So students, so far we have seen about DFT and IDFT. Okay, so now we have known all the basics of DFT and IDFT. Now we are going to see how to solve problems on DFT and IDFT. Okay, generally the procedure is same for both finding DFT and IDFT, only the formula changes and the variables. In DFT we'll find out equation in terms of K, frequency parameter, while coming to IDFT we'll find it in small n, time parameter. Okay, that is the only difference, else the step by step approach and the procedure everything is same for problems on DFT and IDFT. So in this session I am going to show you a small example on how to solve problems on DFT. What is the step-by-step procedure for all problems till now? Linear convolution, circular convolution, system problems. I have given you a clear step-by-step procedure. Don't skip any step in that. Okay, present in exams as it is. First step is note down the length of the signal. So we know that the lengths of both x of k and x of n are equal. We have to find out first note length of the signal. Second one is analyze and write input signal into corresponding samples. Third one is know what we have to find. What we have to find, that we have to note down. That means if the problem is given to find DFT, then we have to find about x of k. Okay, then we have to write down the formula. If the problem is given to find IDFT, means we have to find x of n. According to that, we should be clear that what we have to find and what are the details given in question. Next one, write down the formula for DFT or IDFT depending upon the question. Okay, this is the following of third step. In third step, we have to note down what we have to find. Suppose they have given find DFT, means you have to write formula for DFT. And fifth one is substitution and then calculation. Sixth one is representation of output signals. The same procedure for IDFT also. Okay, same procedure for IDFT also, only the formula changes. So this is the simple example for finding the DFT of a signal x of n is equal to 1, 1, 0, 0. Step 1, we have to write down length of the signal. Length of the signal x of n equal to 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. So n is equal to, length is equal to capital N. Okay, that equal to 4. Analyze and write input signal into corresponding samples. X of n is of length 4. So there are 4 samples from 0 to 3. So x value of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and then x of 3. Okay, here x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, like that. Next, third step, we have to find DFT. The formula for DFT, x of k equal to summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n into e power minus j 2 pi small n capital K by capital N. Okay. So step 4, to find x of k we are having the formula. So in this formula we have to reduce the equation only in variable of this k. Okay, then only it is very easy for us to find out the solution. So x of k is equal to summation n equal to 0 to 3. Okay, capital N minus 1, capital N is 4. So n minus 1 is 3, x of n equal to, x of n into e power minus j 2 pi kn by 4. 2 1s and 2 2s. Okay, then the formula is reduced to this. Now expand the summation. Now we have eliminated capital N in this step. Okay, by substituting n, capital N value in n minus 1 and n here, we have eliminated capital N in these two steps, and now we are eliminating the summation by regarding to eliminate the small n. So substitute small n values over the equation n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3. Okay, respectively e power minus j 2 pi nk by 2. Here n equal to 0, n equal to 1, small n equal to 2, and here small n is equal to 3. Hence this equation is reduced to this one. So x of 0 into e power 0 plus x of 1 into e power minus j pi k by 2 plus x of 2 into e power minus j k pi plus x of 3 into e power minus j pi k 3 by 2. So we know the formula, we know values for x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. If you substitute x of 2 and x of 3 are zeros, 1 comma 1 comma 0 comma 0 is our input signal. So these two terms will be 0, and here if you substitute x of 0 is equal to 1 and x of 1 is equal to 1, this is 1 into 1 plus 1 into e power minus j pi k by 2. This is our final simplified version of x of k. Okay, you have to reduce the expression in a simplified version in a variable of single variable of k. Then only it is very easy to find out our DFT value. Okay, no need to find out every time, no need to take down the equation, and no need to substitute every time small n value, every time capital N value, that and all, no need. Okay, this is the very easiest way to find out DFT of a signal. So we have write this, we have to write this one in very simplified versions of k. Now it is very easy. X of k, x of 0, if you substitute k equal to 0, capital X of 0 will come. If you substitute k is equal to 1, then capital X of 1 will come. If you substitute k equal to 2 and if you substitute k equal to 3, x of 2, x of 3 will come. Okay, let us substitute. See, by substituting k equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and above, we can find out DFT. X of 0 is equal to 1 plus 1, 2. By substituting here k equal to 2, sorry, k equal to 0. And here x of 1, k equal to 1. 1 plus cos pi by 2 minus j sin pi by 2. Okay, cos pi by 2 is 0 and here this is 1. So 1 minus j will come. And remember, in any problems of DFT or IDFT, if the result is having a complex value, means obviously the complex conjugate will be present at another sample. Okay, that's what we have seen in symmetry property. X of 2 equal to 1 plus e power minus j pi by 2 by 2, and if you substitute, that will be 0. And now here x of 3 is equal to this one. If you substitute the values, this value is minus 1, so 1 plus j will come. If you observe, for x of 1 the sample is 1 minus j, for x of 3 the sample is 1 plus j. If the complex value exists in output, definitely the complex conjugate will also appear in the output signal. Okay, in this way we can find out the DFT of a signal. Okay, so next, finally representation of the result. So DFT of the given signal x of n is x of k is equal to 2, 1 minus j, 0, 1 plus j. In this way we can find out the DFT of a signal. If we have to find out IDFT, then in the question they will give like find IDFT of the signal x of k is equal to like this. Then you have to write down the formula for IDFT and you have to do corresponding substitutions regarding that. Okay. Same method, same steps and same approach. Okay. So let me take you a quick tour of this one. Okay, I am going to tell you in very simplified form for another time, just to be clear, just to not be confused. Okay, x of n equal to 1, 1, 0, 0 they have given. we have to write down the length of the signal. N is equal to, let me use another color, n equal to 4, and then you have to write down these steps, x of 0 to x of 3. These we have write down in order to substitute them without any mistakes, or else if you are confident that you can substitute directly x of 0 value by just seeing the signal, then it will be absolutely fine. You need not to represent these. Okay, so next, whatever you have to find, write down the formula. If it is x of DFT, then write down the formula for x of k. If it is IDFT, write down the formula for x of n. Okay, so next, above equation has to be reduced only into variable k. We have to make down the equation into only k. For that one, first we have eliminated capital N value by substituting n is equal to 4, and then by expanding this summation, okay, we can eliminate small n value. Like this, it got eliminated by simplifying this equation. Finally, we got a final expression for x of k, which is a simplified form for x of k. Now, if you substitute k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, you can easily find out the numerical values for that. And remember, in DFT, if in any result, if the complex number comes into picture, definitely the complex conjugate will be at another sample. If for any problem, if you do on by your own, if the result, if you have 1 minus j and if you don't have 1 plus j, your problem is wrong. If complex value comes into picture, definitely the complex conjugate has to be there in the result. That is a blind check for your problems. So finally, this is the representation. If they ask for magnitude plot or phase plot means, then you have to represent these values in polar form. Okay, polar form means just go to your calc and change this 1 plus j into polar form, like it. Okay, in this way we can do problems on DFT. This is the same way, just by writing IDFT formula and then by substituting all the values, you can find out IDFT also.